Hello everyone. This is like a part two to my first video. I just want to give some information which I failed to give in the first video. I was trying to mention Randy Weston taking lessons with Thelonious Monk. What I never completed was what I was trying to say was Thelonious Monk said, "Come over to my house and you can take some lessons." And the lessons were Thelonious Monk playing piano the whole time for a long time. And after a couple of hours, he just said, "Okay, that's our lesson. Come back tomorrow." And he kept on doing the same thing. He just would play. He kept on playing, and that's what it is, man. I think it's about getting a good teacher, someone who knows the language. Anyone can have a jazz teacher or a classical teacher, but if you don't understand the language, then don't study with that person. I mean, if you really want to know the truth, the best is bypass all of that. I mean, it's good to have someone like Barry Harris or David Hazeltine, or there are a lot of good players who are still alive who know the language well. There was another amazing teacher, which when I used to go to the Netherlands, it was actually a good friend of Barry's, and he taught at the conservatory. Franz, I forgot his last name, but he was an amazing player and an amazing teacher. So it's people like that who know the language quite well. Those are the type of players, and of course, in New York, there are a lot of great younger. When I say young, I don't mean like in their 20s. I mean, they're still. I mean, obviously, they're great players in their 20s, but it's just an incredible thing when it comes to this language. It seems like your people really begin to grasp it properly when you got to spend some time with it. And I've yet to hear someone in their young 20s actually get it. It's sooner or later they're just going to start playing out. And I've like, no offense to any of these younger players who play this quasi soul. There's a term for it. Neo soul, I think that's it. And they start taking every solo out. And then the funny thing is, when I hear them play there's been some recordings. I'm not gonna name players, but you can hear them trying to play on a simple jazz tune. They can't do it. It's not that it's a mess. It just sounds so straight. It's just. Yeah, I don't know. There's no proper phrasing, no proper accents, no use of triplets, no vernacular, no proper harmony. There's no lineage to the jazz. It's all like learning Chick Corea and McCoy Tyner moving forward. And the thing is, Chick Corea is an amazing piano player. I used to listen to him all the time as a kid, and same with Herbie Hancock. But the thing with those guys is they know especially Chick Corea, they know their language. Like, they know the history of the music. They've studied. Like, Chick Corea studied Bud Powell, and he's even made recordings, one dedicated to Bud Powell. And Herbie studied Art Tatum and Oscar, and like, they didn't study themselves. Chick Corea didn't grow up studying Chick Corea. Yeah, he studied McCoy Tyner, but McCoy Tyner also studied Bud Powell. And this is what it is. I mean, and you have these younger players now studying Herbie and Chick Corea and McCoy, and that's it. They don't go further back, and if they do, I don't know. It just seems like it's still lost in translation. That's just my beef. Anyways, let's get back to this. That's a song called Whispering. Dizzy did a contrafact on it called Groovin' High. I don't know, something you could take note of maybe on the second chord is D7. Most people play the D7. I remember I was telling you guys, there's a lot of hidden harmonies in jazz, or in terms of like their function. I don't view that second chord as being a D7 or a D major. So yeah, people play the A minor to the D7, but I also look at it as being a B flat augmented. But even if I play it just as D7, I'm still thinking of B flat because it's the 5 of the key. Here's the Chopin. So soloing wise, it's just whole tone. It's a cool one I learned from Barry is when you come to a 5 chord, this great scale to use is just like 5 the key is what, E flat major, but you could use E flat harmonic minor for a great scale to come down. You hear that Chopin. Anyway, so you go. So in context. Anyway, so you get it. Stacked augmented chords.